So I have a problem. Everywhere I go, I want to stay just a little bit longer. Check this place out. River Roasters, Espresso and Gifts. Look at that, doesn't that look fake? And she's been taking care of these flowers for 8 years. Her name's Carrie. She's wonderful. Hold on, about to take you on off the beaten path here. I was sitting right there a minute ago. But I was sitting up there having coffee, where that guy is. And I was looking over here, looking around. And I was like, I bet you I'm just gonna walk down here and peek this thing. Figure I'd bring you guys on my little adventure with me. Why not? This is my problem. Everywhere I go, I'm like, well, surely I can walk for 5 minutes down the beach and find a huge shell, you know? Right? It's my problem. It's taking me forever to get home. We're gonna sit right over there. Oh shit, I'm in somebody's backyard. I'm gonna get out of here. This is trespassing. You don't own the ocean, bro. These rocks are sick. Look at this. What has to happen for it to erode like that? Is there a geologist out there that knows what's up? My best friend in the world, one of them, Mike. Mike, what you got on this, dog? Look, a bench. Yeah. All right. Don't mind the chaps about to ride down the coast. I wanted to take this in for a second, even just for a couple of minutes this morning, before I have to go back to life, back to the next adventure, right? So, been putting some thought into how I want to do this. I think the best way for me to do this is to show up like this every day and to check in with you guys. There's 1,000 something of people following me here on TikTok, so let's see if we can start a movement here. Every step of the way for me has been rewarding and humbling and validating that I've asked God to work through me, that He's trying to, that He is. So I'll give you an example. After I posted that TikTok yesterday of getting ready to leave the dealership to finish up 14,000 miles, I got down the highway to start my new journey. And before I left, I stopped and I checked in with God one more time, just like I told you guys I do. And I said, thank you for all my many blessings. Please take me where you need me to be and protect me on my way there. And I got down I-5 and I made it maybe 30 minutes. And I realized that I forgot to post to YouTube. I forgot to post that on YouTube. So there was civilization there, so I was like, oh, I pulled off, found a Starbucks, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get a dirty chai and upload this YouTube real quick and charge some stuff up while I can, and blah, 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 blah. And I met the nicest barista I've ever met in my life. Her name was Laura. And Laura just filled my day with sunshine. And I told her what I was doing, and that I'm trying to spread PTSD and suicide awareness. And she said she has a personal experience with those things, and immediately we connected, and I knew without a doubt that I was supposed to meet Laura. That our paths were supposed to cross, and there's a bunch of people out here in the world right now, 200 something of you, that our paths have crossed in one way or the other. And you guys are subscribing to my YouTube, and you folks here on TikTok are watching these videos. It's not an accident. So I'm trying to show up. I am sitting here, and over there, that cafe, that have impacted my life. One is a counselor, has a lot of training and suicide prevention, and one man is he reminded me that going to groups for him is a part of how he walks his line and lives his life the way he does, and it's why he's able to show up the way he does. And it reminded me that I used to do groups a lot. I used to do a lot of men's counseling and sobriety groups and all kinds of counseling groups. And I do think that that's important, to find a good community of like-minded folks who are trying to achieve the same goal, whether that's sobriety or inner work, self-work, whatever. Got the sand dunes and the trees. It's like the perfect transition. Find a group to check in with, and I've had many groups over the last decade, and now my YouTube channel, my TikTok, this is going to be my church. This is going to be how I share my experience and I guess my life with you guys. And I keep meeting folks that are making an impact on me, and that I believe I'm having an impact on. And I say that with all the humility in my heart. So let's talk about suicide. That's what this is all about, right? I've met a handful of folks. No, not a handful. I've met 4 handfuls, 2 dozen people in the last week that know somebody or personally have tried themselves. When I say know somebody, I met a woman whose 11-year-old daughter, unfortunately, was influenced by the internet and was part of a group of kids that 4 of them, all under the age of 12, took their lives in a couple of week period, and that's just heartbreaking. I'm telling you guys that, and I'm sorry it makes people uncomfortable. This is what somebody told me as I was sipping on a beer, and what do I do but honor that? So, and I met another man said that his best mate had killed himself last year, and that if his friend knew the wreckage that he was leaving behind, he would have never done it. So what's the message? Life's worth living. Be adventurous. Hug with the ones you love. Honor your emotions. Don't believe everything you think. Have a beautiful and blessed day, folks. I got to get on this motorcycle and ride, or I'm never going to get to see my dog and my horse and all the people I love. So thank you for tuning in. Mr. Wolford, about to ride on out of here. Everybody have a blessed day.